Welcome back to another nocturnal video. This is a rare one. Rare doing these nocturnal videos. I just got out of the shower after a workout. But I wanted to come on here real quick while it's really late and talk about Wonder Man. I finished all 8 episodes of Wonder Man a couple days ago, and I'm here to do my review. Not going to be a lot of spoilers in this video, but watch at your own risk. If you really want to see the show, dip out now. But if you're just wanting my take on it, I'll let you know. So, the show, it's pretty good. I'll say that it's not the greatest thing ever. It's earnest. It's definitely more heartfelt and more honest about what it wants to be. Now, this is definitely Disney Marvel trying to win back some good faith amongst the fans. For 8 episodes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes each, the show does a pretty good job of keeping you engaged. They could have gone better with just a movie, doing a streaming movie or something, but nonetheless, this worked out fine. Um, the main actor, I want to say his name is Yahya Abdul-Mateen. He is great as Simon Williams. His acting is on point. But the guy who really steals the show is Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery. That is by far the best part of the show is Ben Kingsley, and Ben Kingsley has always been just a routinely good actor, and this show made me really want him to just be the Mandarin. I just wanted him to be the Mandarin all along, right? I didn't want this Trevor Slattery character. I just wanted Ben Kingsley to earnestly be the Mandarin, right? That would be nice. It would help retcon the shit can that was Iron Man 3. But nonetheless, the show kept me engaged. I thought I would watch it and hate it, and I actually watched it and was like, oh, you know what? That's pretty good. Now, it's not great. I wouldn't put it in fresh media. I would not say that I recommend it to everybody. It hasn't earned that because the messaging of this is basically that Hollywood is great, Hollywood is misunderstood. They basically race swap the character and they make him likable. Good job, you made him likable. It's better than Ironheart, but you still race swap the character. You know what I mean? The show virtually has nothing to do with the original character. Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be a Wonder Man expert. I'm not. Wonder Man is like a C tier character from the Avengers. If anything, Wonder Man should have been in the first Avengers movie with Ant-Man and the Wasp, being accompanying Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. But that just wasn't the case. So they're very long overdue for Wonder Man, and they did it to race swap him and be thorough about it. But that doesn't take away from the performance of Mr. Mateen and his chemistry with Ben Kingsley, which was by far the best part of the show. It's what makes it watchable. It's what makes it tolerable. Would I say good? It's about as good as the Bone Temple. It's about as good as 28 years later, the Bone Temple. It's all right. It's good. If you really want to watch something, sure, watch it. It's not dog shit. That's like the highest thing, the highest compliment praise I can give of it is that it's not entirely dog shit. Um, the characters have great arcs. The Doorman episode, which is like episode 4, was great, especially because we got to see Josh Gad get, which I liked that a lot. I had a few laughs. It's definitely a fun show. It's something that the MCU has lost is honesty, the sense of humor, a good sense of humor, likable characters, chemistry. Uh, this is definitely everything that the MCU has lost over the years, and I was decently surprised by it. However, I do think they were very soft on Hollywood. I think that their parodies of Hollywood were not as exaggerated as they could be. They were very soft on themselves. They were trying to glaze themselves. Every time they made a joke about Hollywood, they were trying to throw soft punches. And to me, that's par for the course. But also, like, we've seen this. We've seen this with like Fall Guy. We've seen it with Barbie. We've seen it with what was it? There was one HBO Max show that did a similar concept with superheroes and films. We saw this with The Boys, right? We see these, you know, parodies and these sort of meta commentary shows and movies, and Hollywood always, you know, takes it easy on themselves. They never go full blazing saddles. They never really commit to the joke, so it just kind of comes off as like limp wristed. Um, the worst thing about this show by far is, I mean, aside from X Mayo, who's just annoying, but typical of LA managers and people in Hollywood. Those characters are one dimensional at best. NPCs, the most of them. Uh, but the worst thing about this show is that it means ultimately nothing. You watch the 8 episodes, but aside from learning about, you know, having the fun of the characters and what they do, and learning that Hollywood is just, you know, under misunderstood or whatever the message is. Like, Simon Williams is kind of a dick in the show, right? And we don't see him really be heroic. He's not a superhero. It's not a superhero show. He's just a guy. He's a mutant. Like, I mean, he's not like a mutant, but he's got superpowers. And the damage control, the Department of Damage Control, sees him as a threat, but they never catch him. And he does things near the end in the finale where it makes you go like, well, shit, maybe this guy isn't the best guy in the world. That doesn't mean that he's not human. Obviously, it makes him human, and that's what makes him an endearing character. But that doesn't make him a hero. And then it makes you question, if I like him as he is, then why isn't he a hero, kind of thing. You know, he's not going to show up in Secret Wars. He's not going to show up in Doomsday. What was the point of the show? Right? What was I supposed to take away from this? And it just feels like it's more nihilistic storytelling. Sure, I'm complimenting Marvel on doing the simplest, bare minimum thing, not making dog shit. The show was not dog shit. It was better than Agatha. It was better than Ironheart. It's better than Loki. Yeah, I said it. It's better than Loki. It's better than Falcon and Winter Soldier. I thought that they were going to go full on identity politics because they were race swapping the character. But no, they avoided the identity politics. Good on them. But that's the bare minimum, just to earn back goodwill, which a lot of people have already turned away. A lot of people have already, you know, they moved on. Overall, I say that Wonder Man, that's why I don't recommend it. It's almost like it's a waste of time. It's fun. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it if they give it a try. But it's ultimately pointless. The character's never going to show up again. It's hopeless to think that they're going to get a season 2. Viewership's probably very low. They dumped all 8 episodes all at once. And there really doesn't seem to be a point to the show. What you learn about the character makes you, you know, you like him, but the minute you take a second to think about what he's doing and who he is and what drives him and what motivates him, it kind of makes Simon Williams look like a dick. And that's not exactly something endearing. Not something that keeps you coming back. Like, I'm probably never going to watch this show again, and I'm probably going to forget about it in a year. You know what I mean? That's how it's been with a lot of Marvel stuff. It just so happens that this piece of turd tastes a lot better than the last piece of turd. So, those are my thoughts on Wonder Man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you haven't seen Wonder Man, if you're going to see Wonder Man. If you have seen it and you like it or don't like it, let me know in the comments below, and I will see y'all in another video very soon.